I'm Staci Satterwhite. I'm the CEO of ABS Wavesight. It's my privilege to be here with you distinguished maritime operators today. No, Staci Satterwhite is not a Greek name, but I will share with you that my granddaughter's name is Hellenic, and yes, she speaks Greek. Really. But this is not the best thing about having me here with you today. The best thing, and especially for Nicola, I speak fast. So in all seriousness, it's my privilege to be here with you today, and I get to talk about something that I think is quietly, but very distinguishingly transforming our industry here today. Something very near and dear to my heart, and that is software. It is my opinion that we are at a pivotal moment in shipping today. As you well know, regulatory complexity is real. CII, EU ETS, Fuel EU Maritime, they are all here. And decarbonization push is real, and your compliance burden is growing. Operational costs are also rising. Fuel costs are increasing, carbon penalties are looming, and idle time erodes margins. Now, one of the things that I know, because I have transformed other industries digitally through the use of software, is we usually start with point solutions. And those point solutions are great, but they create data silos. Here in shipping, that means we have siloed data. We have siloed software across vessels, shore teams, and systems. And this can, in fact, actually hinder decision-making and slow response time. At this moment, the margin for error in the operations of your business is actually shrinking. You all know as much as I that the vast majority of trade happens at sea. Small inefficiencies can have massive impact and ripple and create delays and increase costs. Owners and operators need tools to create better decision-making, to have smarter decisions, to reduce human error. And I heard it said many times on the panel, and I was cheering in my seat, enhance transparency. All of these things need to happen not only on a per-vessel basis, not only on a fleet basis, but across the entire supply chain. This isn't about convenience. Ensuring safety, sustainability, and performance in an increasingly regulatory and environmental landscape is all of our responsibility. This is where software comes in. In my opinion, software is considered to be a back office tool here in shipping, and it ought not to be. It's also considered a necessary cost. It ought not to be considered that either. The strategic enablement is what software provides. Software is a connective tissue. It can connect your vessels, your shore teams, with all things regulatory, and in fact, it takes data and turns those data into decisions, and those decisions create impact. I happen to work for Chris Warnicke, and he has this thing he likes to call the decarbonization equation. He mentioned it briefly earlier. It goes something like this. 70% of decarbonization will be changed in fuel selection, but the remaining 30%, is from energy-efficient performance optimization. This is where software comes in. Software can have an immediate and actionable impact, especially given the limited availability of scalable green fuels. That 30% that you can impact with software, you can move the needle today. Several things I like about what software can do for you. It brings clarity amongst increasingly complex regulatory environments. It can validate emissions real time. You can benchmark performance across your vessel and across your fleet to see how you're doing compared to your peers. You can manage pooling, banking, and also borrowing. You can submit verification data with confidence here at ABS Wavesight. But ultimately, what this point is we translate better, faster decision-making and reduce your compliance risk and create safer, more sustainable, and more profitable operations. Moreover, digitization enhances coordination across the entire maritime value chain, from ports and logistics to providers to insurers and financiers. Very briefly, we at ABS Wavesight have an idea. What are we doing about it? We have a single intelligent platform called ABS Wavesight Advantage. We believe in leveraging the power of one. It's a single SaaS, and in case you don't know, SaaS is software as a service. It's a single SaaS platform that pulls that fragmented data from all the disparate sources and validates it, creating a single source of truth. It's AI and machine learning to transform data into actionable insights, insights that help you make more impactful decisions. Again, whether those are safety, sustainability, regulatory, or operational decisions, you make them more confidently and faster. Very briefly, I'll tell you a little bit about what it does today, but not to spend too much time on this. It has two main suites. The Carbon Diligence Suite, what does decarbonization KPIs to help you make smarter decision making, and again, improved operational and environmental performance decisions quickly. And the Fit for 55 suite, which helps you with strategic insights and optimize compliance and sustainability strategies. Of course, I'm happy to talk more about this with you over a cocktail later. But here's my point. This is actually only the beginning for Advantage. Advantage being a true SaaS platform. And my first true SaaS platform was in 2010. I learned firsthand back then how powerful it is. As the owner of a software company, as a CEO of a software company, I can make changes so quickly with a SaaS platform, so you don't need to worry about the regulatory environment or anything of that nature. But again, the regulations are just the beginning. In my experience in software, it starts with regulation. Digital transformation in any industry starts with regulation. Yes, it starts with the stick. Together, eventually, we will get to the carrot. Lastly, I'd like to share with you, one of my favorite phrases is, no one buys software for software's sake. They buy it to achieve value and outcomes. Clearly, those value and outcomes need to drive return on investment for you. Software should never be considered a necessary expense. This is not theoretical here now in shipping. This is practical. In fact, specifically, we know every ton of CO2 saved per voyage can mean hundreds of euros in avoided penalties. Every day, an increased utilization unlocks tens of thousands of euros in earnings, and maybe even more impactful, 1% of fuel savings through software-driven efficiencies delivers payback 5 times faster than retrofits. Working digital ecosystems boosts operational efficiency, particularly in water transport activities. So when we talk about software, please do not think of it as a cost center. Please do not think of it as a necessary expense. We are talking about a competitive advantage. We're talking about the decarbonization fuel you can actually buy. And most importantly, we're talking about empowering you all, maritime leaders, to make smarter, faster decisions every single day. Again, it's my pleasure to be here with you today. I'm Staci Satterwhite, the CEO of ABS Wavesight, and I look forward to being with you on this journey we're all on together through digitization in shipping. Thank you.